Family, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever on a day. And welcome to the program Inside Salon today. Now the Den and Now Media Empire with the broadcast live on Facebook. Me now host and presenter Mohamed Kamara, commonly known as Supermed. And today, na Saturday, the 20th of February, 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most awaited exclusive na get today na yaso. Today na the platform as we don't already see. We get where na Honourable Ibrahim Kemoh Sesay. And I believe say most of you now we don't send comment into we plenty one day. Do you want to begin for share this program so that we get plenty other Sierra Leoneans we go can hear from this man himself. This man a patriot, now possible like people them. We don't see plenty things them what he don't do. Now possible we don't in governance. So many issues them we're going to talk about today. So ladies and gentlemen, for the benefit of all Sierra Leoneans, we want to let this particular program go viral. Get thousands and thousands, subsequently tens of thousands of people who will listen and hear this interview. So ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, I urge you all, wanna please press that share button. Lord begin for share the program immediately. Today we're going to have a fine Sierra Leonean. I will describe this man as a fine Sierra Leonean. Now man, people always sabi am sabi. So we not go talk plenty. We always use them once there, and sometimes they okay chipping them small. But some people always sabi they sabi. And this man a very key stakeholder now the APC party. So ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, now join me please. Now welcome Honourable Ibrahim Kemoh Sesay. Honourable Ibrahim Kemoh Sesay, you're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kamara. And thank you for inviting me to this program. I'm all yours.
Thank you very much, sir. And again, we want to say on behalf of this particular platform, the Den and Now Media Empire, we're very grateful for what you take your time off your busy schedule for joining me today. And I believe say most of our viewers and listeners themselves very grateful and really happy that they will hear from you directly today. So beaucoup talk over the rumors them, the social media innuendos them, and all kinds of things today would they talk about them. And really, we at this platform, they call it no more, na platform for all Sierra Leoneans. We're very grateful for get people like they were outstanding personality, people like they were also, like the Honourable Kemoh Sesay for joining at the platform today. Before I go any further, Honourable Kemoh Sesay, I want to please give you a brief background of yourself for the benefit of people who don't know much about you, sir.
Well, thank you very much, Mohamed, for the opportunity. I begin by calling my correct name. My name is Alhaji Ibrahim Kemoh Sesay, the Honourable. Well, I born of Putloko, Bakeloko Chiefdom, precisely Sindugu section. Mina is son of Alhaji Kemoh Sesay and Haja Hawa Kanu. I am a fourth of 22 siblings. One late, we are now 21. And we are a Muslim background. Now, I am born to a very poor family. I was born in a thatched house in Sindugu. And then I attend the DEC school, Putloko, na old Putloko, about 3 miles from the house to the school, Tofro. Simply because that was the only affordable school for my parents then, because my daddy, they teach Arabic there. Then from there, I go secondary school to the College Secondary School, Cambia, and then later, government secondary school for boys. From there, I go immediately na Putloko go teach na Putloko Catholic School for 2 years, and then come back for Ghana Afrobeat College and study pure and applied science, specifically chemistry, zoology, and botany. When I graduate, I go back, I go teach at the Ahmadiyya Secondary School. I teach chemistry and biology. And later, I proceed in the United States of America. I go do postgraduate studies in biochemistry. In the year 1995, I get a call into politics. So I come back in a saloon and serve na the Sierra Leone Parliament from 1996 to 2007 inclusive. Concurrently, I also served na the Pan-African Parliament from 2000 to 2007 for 7 years. And then from 2007 to 2017, I was a Minister of Government in the cabinet of President Ernest Bai Koroma. I served there as a Minister of Transport and Aviation, Special Advisor to President, Minister of Political and Public Affairs, and then the last years of the government, I served as the Minister of Works, Housing, and Infrastructure. And then after 2007, I have now lived a private life in Sierra Leone. First, I went to the United Kingdom and then come back to Gambia and then Freetown. So briefly, that is the background of Alhaji Ibrahim Kemoh Sesay.
Wow, thank you very much, Alhaji Ibrahim Kemoh Sesay. And I failed for also mention, say you now be a former flag bearer. And I get to know, say, current aspiring flag bearer for the APC party as well. Am I correct, sir?
Well, first of all, bless your heart. Thank you very much. You are absolutely right. 2018 election, I was a flag bearer aspirant. Godfather. And then currently I have not declared yet openly, but it is now an open secret. It is now an open secret that I am intending flag bearer for the 2023 general elections. So you're right.
Thank you very much, sir. It's nice for us to have those clarifications out of the way, sir. And again, you are a very, very accomplished person in terms of political career in Sierra Leone. Like, you don't serve in a parliament, you don't serve in different ministerial positions, and a very, very important key stakeholder in the APC party. Now, one thing be happen, I think at the time we will be Minister of Transport and Aviation, when most people get almost in social media, say there was a cocaine scandal that came up, where they say your name be mentioned there. So one make you help we for let you clarify for what be happen, what be take place, and how that particular case be conclude for the benefit of all them people that talk almost in social media.
Indeed, there was a very serious cocaine issue in Sierra Leone the time I served as the Minister of Transport and Aviation. And let me begin by saying this. Now, me capture the cocaine plane in the literal sense of capture. Now, on a very good Monday, His Excellency the President, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, called me in my office. He told me, say, Kemoh, do you know that there are people trafficking cocaine through Sierra Leone? I said, of course, I don't know. And then he said, okay, hold a minute. He showed me pictures of people bringing cocaine and call them paperboard. And then he showed me pictures of people trafficking cocaine through the ferry and Chacha. Well, I see the people, I see the pickup van, I see the cocaine at the Mosca. Then he told me, say, I am giving this information to you as my own minister in confidence. Our target is to make sure that we stop trafficking cocaine in Sierra Leone. Now, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma tell me he's living witness. I said, okay, no problem. Don't discuss with anybody. I said, okay, sir. I must confess. When I go to office, I call the deputy minister then, Mr. Ali Mamadou Patso. I call the PS, Mr. Abraman Wuri. I call the GM the airport. Then 3 alone. I tell them the same thing the president tell me. I said, gentlemen, this is what is going on in our airport right now. So, but then we must catch these people. So nobody for keep out. Fortunately for me, the PS has been taking minutes of that meeting day. So we scatter. So I did not tell anybody again. And then he tell me, say, in they go Gambia on a Friday, and he knows, say, the cocaine plane, they come on a Sunday. It has now left Venezuela en route DRC, and then Kana, Sierra Leone, Freetown International Airport. So for Kecha, thank you, sir. So President Koroma left that Friday. He went to the Gambia. Sunday, because the GM know, me know, but so know, I did sleep almost 12 o'clock. I didn't bed. 1 o'clock, and the phone ring, I pick up. Then the GM said, Mr. Minister, the plane is now trying to land. Now that I grab, I call one Italian guy, then call him Mr. Ziff Morgeston. I say, Ziff, please help me out. He said, what do you want? I said, I want to fly over to Lungi. He get a helicopter. He give me the helicopter. That next day, I go now at Bintmani Hotel. I meet and he grab the, he gets in pilot them. And they go to work for go join the helicopter. Then I meet up 2 of President Koroma in bodyguards them. One of them is late today, and the other one is still alive. He did, then call him Punisher. I don't forget, answer your name. Now all go to Lungi, they only phone them. So go to Lungi, we meet the plane, actually they don't land. Then I instruct the GM and say, bring in the fire engine and block us, so you don't go take off again. Because plane in reverse. So the GM go instruct the driver, then pull the fire engine, then drive on towards the plane. By the time they block them, the pilot they all go to bush. Then they walk at it and take them go. So we capture the plane. Early morning Sunday, President Koroma meets me there. When you say he meets me, now they call again the director of operations in the police, and call him Mr. Munu. Now he say, Munu, any security work Kemoh Sesay want for this investigation again. Then it was David Keru, he's still alive. He said, Mr. Finance Minister, any amount of money transport ministry for this investigation, support them. We have to find out this community assistance. So President left. I might come, then come, we'll confiscate the plane, we'll confiscate the cocaine bags them, and President Koroma say, look, give them the bags them to IMAT. We'll give it to them. They will start an investigation. In the investigation, we brought in the FBI, SOCA, that is Special Organized Crime Agency, MI5, and drug, something from America, then come. They all come an investigation. Then do the investigation, say, it came to a point, people were saying, Kemoh involved. So President Koroma called me now one night at my house. When I went to his house in that night, around 12 midnight, I meet President Koroma, J. Livers, DF Shares, Dr. Samura Kamara, and Edmond Koroma, they left now for good. Now they will go inside, I love them all. Say, Kemoh, between me, you, and Allah, we call on God. What in me and you Sabine, I know Sabine in this case. Now I say, well, I say, what else could I know? I said, that's been nothing. Now, what do you tell me now? I walk on. I didn't know what was happening. I said, hey, why was this question? And then on Monday now, he called me in an office. We were going to office that they call late Seri Kamal. He was the Attorney General Minister of Justice. Then they also called Kosanfa Koroma. He was sent to president. Then me. So we first started in his office as president. He said, Kemoh, I don't call you back this morning. He said, are you sure that whatever me and Koroma tell you about the Queen is about? I said, please, sir. I said, I don't sabi nothing beyond that. If I have a jubilate, say, I don't succeed for cooking. Now they say, sure. Now I say, yes, sir. Now they say, he say, okay, what I want you do, I want you resign, let investigate this matter. I say, Echi, now you get something you will not get. So this is what you want to be. You sack. Now they say, Mr. President. Now I say, yes. He said, me, Abdul Franklin, Seri Kamal, me a lawyer, professional lawyer. He said, if I not get evidence, who go make me charge Kemoh commit him? Now I begin to turn now. I not go charge him. I need to have evidence to show that he's involved. Now Kosanfa say, Mr. President, this is a very fine young politician. Let me get my doctrine for you. Believe me, Mohammed, I was baffled. I don't even know what he was talking about. So I was like that, say, but President Koroma was insistent. Now, you know, I said, you never start me, but I believe what you believe. Now I said, okay, well, step aside. I said, no. You step me aside. That is when we have. I said, okay, well, to allow unfettered access to you for investigation, I step you aside. If you find out you're not involved, take back your job. Now I say, fine. By the time I left State House, I can't have my office now. The press is on Kemoh Sesay. Honourable Kemoh Sesay has been stepped aside to allow unfettered access to him for the investigation of the Queen case. Fine, I can have this. So when I come home, investigation go on. You don't go believe. You know what was the suspicion? They said in my call log, there was a call from one of the cocaine traffickers, which I didn't even pick because I didn't talk to the person. Like, I never get my phone. My phone be in the hands of Ernest, one of President Koroma in security, and then this guy called Punisher, and I get the phone. So I never even talk to the phone. So over and over, my lawyer was at Williams. Then I go by the investigation. There was FBI, Drug Enforcement Agency, Special Organized Crime Agents, MI5, all. Then they asked me questions. All the questions were just centered around this phone call. I don't even have the phone number. I don't know if I come out. I don't see what I'm phone. Say we come to my house. Then strip search my house. That time we were from in America. Search everything. Take me picking in computer. Me 2 phones them. Take one of my party in phone. Then get and go England for further forensic investigation. They flew with the phones with some salon policemen and go to England. They investigated these phones, my computers, my hard drive, and everything. And then after 4 months of investigation, and bring them back, they handed it back to me. They came back the phone, then they gave everything back. They said it was not of any interest to the investigation. Now I'm here and she tell me, say, Kemoh, then see how they give you give it now. Now you know and tell them to keep them. So I kept them, I still have them. I don't give nobody, I keep them still there souvenir. Then after that, the case continue, right, all kind of insinuations, all kind of lie, all kind of this. But as we speak, I still have never spoken to any of those guys that came with the cocaine from Venezuela. I don't know them, they don't know me. Because once I did an investigation, the man came, I think our police tactics, FBI, I don't know. I was right in the table with the investigator, the white man, they talked to me, and they were other white man can pass. So the man passed, and I didn't recognize myself. The man said, recognize me, go. Now, here I am saying, they say, come on, no. Then we want to find out if we ever seen this man before. But this man knows you, so that's why the man never pay attention to you. When I call it out, man. So you don't know. And then after that, what happened now? I was very, very much stressed. You know, just saying, me, Kemoh Sesay, I know the drink, I know it's more, I be nothing. Why me? I did panante, my brother, I had a stroke attack. When I don't get pressure, I don't get diabetes, I don't get cholesterol. I speak to you. I don't get none of this a lot table. I don't get nothing like that. No pressure, no diabetes, no cholesterol. I eat everything in my life. I don't take no medication. Then I get a stroke, boom. It was then called a hemorrhage, blood bleeding because of stress. So I was flown because the doctor then say, if you see you fly up altitude, you will die. You go by Leone hospital. So you have to go with an ambulance plane. Luckily for me, there was a military ambulance plane in Senegal under the governance of President Senegal.
President what?
What? Then that time, President Koroma was his blue-eyed boy. So President Koroma called him to say, I have a very young man here, I wouldn't suffer stroke, where we say if they fly, I just got to die. Low in Rogue Bridge. What for do? And I say, hey, that's a apply what in Dr. Wadi Bindeuta. And I say, Ipa. He said, as we speak, there's an ambulance unused in the military plane. We can use it. That was how I was saved. Now the plane can't take me now. Flying to Senegal, took 4 days in Senegal, went to France, did a surgery in my head, aspirated the blood from my brain, and then I was able to survive. So this is what happened with cocaine. And I can tell you, as we speak, cocaine is a big crime where they kill people, they cause trouble by the wall. You cannot close it down. It's an open investigation. I speak to you, anybody will get serious evidence for say Kemoh was directly involved or take action, take place, you are obliged to report to the police. Otherwise, you are doing the service to the country. And further to that, I have a report here. It is in the office now. I'm not been expecting for us. I'm going to put it on the table. But if you give me time, I will look for them a complete investigation document from the theory plain candle, take to the conviction of the one who guilty. I get to a complete dossier. There is nothing like Kemoh Sesay involved in any threat. So I have the records here. That is why I've never countenanced anybody who talks about cocaine, because my question is clear. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Honourable Kemoh Sesay. And that particular response we don't give, so I believe say they don't go a long way for clarify this particular issue. You know, because of this particular program, ladies and gentlemen, you are the number. I love double. I love continue for share. I love it continue for share because waiting the Honourable for talk so it's very, very interesting. I believe say most Sierra Leoneans and go one year in this particular interview because the revelation has been great. Plenty people, the rumors all year, the people and innuendos them, the suspicions them, we don't can hear it directly from the former minister himself, Honourable Kemoh Sesay. It don't explain to we lengthily what's in be happen, what's in be pass. So please, ladies and gentlemen, when we continue for share, make we get plenty of people who go watch this program live. I know say by tomorrow probably you will only get up to then 20,000 views. We go watch this program here so live. Make them say go get this information directly from Honourable Kemoh Sesay himself. Because boku allegation them, boku innuendos them, suspicion them, stereotype, all kinds of things will happen na social media. But until the minister say, I believe say this don't go a long way for clarify this particular topic. And we in this program here, we in this platform, we always make sure say we ask the critical questions then where we now know what's the happen, what's be happen. You know, people that want a public figure then, people that will potentially get the way to go for lead with that country, they find for we will you know, ask them then key questions they ask, we will get all the relevant answers they ask. And I believe say the response where Honourable Kemoh Sesay don't give he really wholehearted. It took him minutes for them to explain exactly all what happened. Say he can't get that attack day, and we tell God thank you, God be able to save and protect him. Like like today, he able can talk him, he able can explain to we all what happened. So this is very important, very important interview, ladies and gentlemen. We now we continue for share this interview. And again, Honourable Kemoh Sesay, very important when you because you now have potential somebody where right you think of maybe you go throw your hats for the race for the flag bearer party leader for the APC 2023 presidential election. And the question say no more, you know, you can't get this stroke attack. Where most of people were critical about you, where think say, oh, this person for being the leader for APC flag bearership. Now then question they ask, they say, well, Kemoh Sesay no well, in no way will be leader. What do you say to that, sir?
Well, first of all, again, thank you, Mr. Kamara. I think you have been very helpful to the country and the world at large. Number one, first, I am going to be very plain with you. Me and you and nobody knows what I see. You hear me? People in the water jump, to man a bomb before they die. But you they always see the. Having said so, now the one who was sick, believe me, in the hospital. And for what I want, I have investigated myself internally first to see if I'm physically and medically fit. And I've come to the conclusion that I am physically, medically, and mentally fit. What do I mean? I have the 5 senses, mentally, correct. Physically, there is no physical job where a president they do, women able do. What do I mean? I have never seen a president go for the contest of boxing or climb palm tree or do 100 meters or do pole vault. No, it is about your head, your faculty, and your mindset, your mind for your people. Not important. Having said so, I have justified that to the public of Sierra Leone by serving as a Minister of Political and Public Affairs, a Minister of Works, Housing and Infrastructure, wherein I traversed Sierra Leone in making roads physically. So therefore, knowing very well that a president, if you ask us at the chair for Sudan, you want to grab the open vote for you. I'm not going for claim palm tree, I'm not going for 100 meters, I'm not going for do pole vault. All I have to do is think and think right. Have the mindset, good mind for the people of Sierra Leone and then the country at large. That is set, my brother. Plus, if I am not able to walk, it's one thing. But first of all, I take some work find pass me. But I the worker. Why they fly me plane and they fly go by myself, I come back by myself. And I get nobody for holding me for coming by me come. So it's not about a physical challenge. I don't have a physical challenge that will debar me from serving as a president. No. And I am not at the top, at the right, and they do everything independently. That being said, it must be known that even if you are physically disabled, not your inability. So therefore, the challenges that are in for the presidency, I can meet them. Now, what you worry people should have been this. Hey, it's my get pressure. Then I can get stroke back. Oh, this is why I get cholesterol. But my records are very clean, they are here. Besides the point, it is your mind. I have investigated myself. I have interviewed myself. I am convinced I have won myself introspectively that I have what it takes to be a head of state of Sierra Leone, and I can deliver. So it's just a reason. People give it as a reason not to support you, while they know say you get the experience, you get the capacity, you get the exposure. But the one I was supposed to say, you know well, if I have to do poll votes, I'll appoint my deputy to go and do poll votes. But it's not an excuse at all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much once more again, Honourable Ibrahim Kemoh Sesay, because that particular response is very, very solid. And disability it's not an inability. It no matter at all. But when people can talk and I make with the brain calm on this platform,
no, it's okay.
Questioning it. Definitely, for as far as me is concerned, like what you say no more, president, no one they see president, we go fight boxing. President, we go 100 meters per country. You know what they happen. Now, what that you mind, what you think, the love you get for your people. If you don't show you're capable of doing it, I think you're 100% capable, and with all man is here, I think there is no doubt about that. Ladies and gentlemen, they will not continue for share. Very, very interesting interview. Today we get Honourable Ibrahim Kemoh Sesay Nayaso, where they give you some succinct answers them. Very, very salient response them. And we appreciate them greatly. I believe say most of you today, and most of you in this particular platform today, don't learn something they will not be know about. What will they pass and talk about almost them? The Honourable Kemoh Sesay, instead don't care, they can't clarify them, which is very good. And that's what they for this platform. We they ask the question them, we allow the guests them, many clarify, many say one or two things them, where people will know exactly what's in position. So I hope say we all benefit from them, and we continue for share. Let the number double one get into 500,000 of people who will watch this particular program live, and probably 20 or tens of thousands later. Honourable Kemoh Sesay, as a potential flag bearer of the APC, and also a former minister of the previous administration under the auspices or the leadership of the former president, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, and a key stakeholder at this political party, under the APC party, what you go do for resolve the challenges and the different issues them where the party they face right now? For
Thank you very much. It's a very important question.
Absolutely, for unite the party so that the party go there in a better position going forward for the 2023 presidential elections.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kamara, once more. To begin with, anybody won't tell you say APC no day at crossroads is lying. And anybody will tell you say APC the carry election 2023 sacrosanct is a liar. There's a lot of work to be done. We'll have to come together as a united party. Now, it's unfortunate that the question you asked me is, what you go do for letting resolve the problem? I wish you would have said, what have you done? You know, I've answered that one and come to what I will do. And before you go and ask me, I'll offer to you 3 gifts. Okay. What I have done, when I left Sierra Leone after I lost elections, I went to the United Kingdom, and then there was supposed to be a convention at Salone on the 10th and 12th to the 12th of December. I packed my bags to come to Sierra Leone. Before I left Freetown, London Heathrow Airport, then they tell me, say, there is going to be an injunction. So I said, what happened? They said, NRM, don't carry APC party in courts. And then what did I do? My first I'll be a joke. I said, National Reformation Movement. Now for the country, not for APC, let reform the country, let begin from SLB first. I begin joke. And I said, let's joke. Don't joke with the joke. You're not court. And I say, but let me go. National Reformation Movement means reforming the country, because the country is nation. Then they say, hey, look like the people now say, don't give injunction. So I have to cancel my flight. It cost me £150 and not come. So when I come, as I cancel the airport, the first person I call now President Koroma. Now he say, come right now. Now I say, please, sir, let I reach home. And they go see me, but the lawyer to me. After that, they can't McKinney. So I went to McKinney directly. Now I say, please, sir, I say, I want for can't take a challenge. I say, they are around there, so let not ignore them move. They are an albatross now throat. Let us make sure they get out of court. Now he say, can we able to talk to them? I say, I will try. Able to try. We don't try. I say, I will try. He said, go try. Then once I left McKinney, I came. I don't sabi them. I go na big oversight oje the yele. Let us sit down. Now they one man come meet me. He can't follow clear. Now he clear me. Now I go. Now I agba at his place. Agba can we sabi this man? Now I said no, not to man. I said so man no more. Say that I share it down. Now I said they okay go court. Now I say, Sheridan, why I come? Now I say, you know, I can't go. Now I say, I say, okay, now you don't come back. In that, they're all there alive. In that, I say, you know, I can't go. They're on him. That's okay. I want you on 3. This net. They be afraid because I'm saying I want them. Now I say, no, I can't house. So they came to me the following day. We had a meeting and tell me what happened. What make the go? I say, hey, bo, una faran kala talk. Now they say, pa, nobody no one talk to me. Nobody no one talk. Say, as you talk to yourself, even the constitution will not get her. That's what you like. Now I say, no, now I pick the phone. Now I call President Koroma. I say, Mr. President, I say, like I tell you, are they right now with Sheridan, Bikal, and Dadida? They say they never see question. I say, is that when I say yes? Now I say, okay, put the phone. Now put the phone down. Now in the park call the Secretary General. Una Usman Furias and a large man. Now I tell her. Now I call me, say, the passive was sent for you to stop copy the position. I say yes. He sent unto me. Then I forward to them. Then tell me that the first time them get her. You understand? Now I begin talking. I say, but look, gentlemen, what do you want? Now I say, okay, let's put it all in the constitution. It's all good. Now reform. Anybody who not want reform is not progressive. Anybody who progressive want reform because you have to upgrade yourself. You want to change now. Now open democracy. So we supported the reforms, then change the constitution. It don't fit what they want. So I begin to talk to them. I did parente as we speak. Up to yesterday, I did parente for talk to them withdraw from court. And I can inform you that they have withdrawn in the persons of Minkalu Koroma and Kafwe. They don't discontinue their interest in the case. Monday, the judge called the case. And when they call the case, guess what? The principal plaintiff, owner Minkalu Macedonia pull interest. Kafwe pull interest. Now I'm going to post the left for me right now. Then call him. Boomne. We don't know what they do. We don't know what they support. We don't know what they do. But let left the left angry care go now. Let us see what did I just get for Teluba. If the 2 men they don't come out, the principal don't come out. Let's just tell me so I see. So that is one thing. And I've also been going around talking to elders of the party to come and intervene. I visited Kotemel Bangura. I visited Captain Spain. I visited Reverend Yasane. I visited Kotaibi. I visited Ibrahim. Plenty big man. I go and find them. I say, you know what? We are not sitting down. I call you talk. So that's what I've been doing. And what I will do is, I will also have a group that will call ourselves to talk to ourselves, to see reason, to have a healthy competition. We all have interest in them. In fact, the non-brand is they call the Big Six. Kemoh Sesay, Petito, Kefala Mara, Richard Conte, Paulo Conte, Kaloko in America. They call Big Six. That they give them also give Sheffield. But the interest is that we must all fight a very healthy fight. Democratically, all we want is a democratic level playing field, fair for everybody, credible process. That we want. We don't want that people go and talk, say, they don't form a team for conflict. No, we've been calling people to join us. We invite people to join us. Some don't come. And those are coming with us now. So that's what I've been doing, and that's what I will do. And I'll make sure that I'll continue. For example, I can tell you in very strong terms, no certain terms, that I get family in Apoloko, I get Pule. But I have never allowed anyone at any point for retaliate for me. When that person cost me, I don't care how it cost me. I tell and say, if that person didn't cost me, you cost the person who will say, let me disrespect. Don't do that. That's also, I don't agree. As late as today, they cost me. But I've never told my guys, it's easy. The old man get phone, old man get voice, he make voice notes, he cost that person, cost play. I said, no. That's unhealthy. What if I don't cost for me so today, tomorrow I become flag bearer? How would you go fight for that? So don't retaliate, don't revenge. They say, hey, this fire, so elect Muslim, not Muslim is also. I am not unaware of the fact that in real values as Muslims, we respect Mama and Papa. It's even in the Bible. In the Bible, the 6th commandment say, honor thy father and thy mother. Not play with it. After God, after Christ, that them. In the Quran, it says, wa'ati'ula, wa'ati'u rasul, wa'ul amri minkum. The Quran say, after you worship Allah, respect the messenger, prophet, and then the mama and papa, for respect them. So therefore, we take that very serious. But the fact remains that if person calls mama, myself calls mama, or person calls mama, the same crime will commit Allah himself commit. So therefore, we don't agree. Instead, we tell people and say, don't revenge. Keep cool. If you want to promote me good qualities. No cost nobody. Because we're all in the same party. So we're working on that note. We are trying to bring peace. And as we speak, by God in power, Monday, the court case could become irrelevant. Now, people will say, what about, what is his name? Alfred something. Alfred P. Conte. Alfred P. Conte. I mean, they provoke Paulo Conte say, the man I know Alfred Paulo Conte, but be around Peter, in Peter, in get case. But for me, I'm not a lawyer. But the fact still remains that you don't take the APC party now, God foresee the executive relevance. Okay, fine and good. If the matter come on a court, we'll get elections, it's of no consequence. That's all peace. But then it must be not only on Kemoh alone, it must be everybody, particularly flag bearers, who must be able to talk to our people. Because now they listen to. Say, hey, don't insult this man. If you insult him, don't insult him. So going forward, we must ensure that the party break ranks, come together as one, and not underestimate the fight ahead of us. The leadership is more responsible. The leadership is more responsible. Let me tell you something. I'll be blunt with you here. The most possible bring peace na President Ernest Bai Koroma. Why do I say so? He enjoy luxury of people listening to him today. Let come, he popular still, they talk to people in the area, and people respect him. Let use them for let people left from cost and complain and come together. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much once more again, Honourable Kemoh Sesay, for that excellent response. And I believe say the chairman and leader, he said they listen to the interview there, and he said go maybe listen to that advice there, which is I think it's a very good advice. And again, this question we don't answer, so you don't almost answer the second question about Angopa, because obviously the rumors they will be the get with the connection with NRM, you don't clarify how all things they happen. I make that interview that good. So you talk to the person directly. Then you're able to reveal waiting people and the rumors where they go about. And I believe say most of me will listen as them, and people who go for subsequent they listen this program yesterday don't get them from you yourself. You don't clarify some big issues in there. So ladies and gentlemen at the chat room, let we continue for double the numbers then. Now we double, I think we'll go over 200 now, don't make them 400, 500, and subsequent I believe say 20, 30 or 40,000 people will listen this interview today. Or they conduct so now. So very, very interesting interview. And the Honourable Kemoh Sesay, we at this platform get the opportunity, they answer the question, and in the answer the question, we give them the time and they explain to we clearly. I believe say most people they don't understand what thing they go on, what they not be understand, what to be more all the rumors they know say social media I can good all, but sometimes they back the lie and the social media I can plenty. So we're really grateful to you, Honourable Kemoh Sesay. Honourable Kemoh Sesay, one of the other questions people they ask now this platform, they say, why should the APC party choose Honourable Kemoh Sesay as their presidential candidate for the 2023 presidential elections?
All right, well, first of all, put it this way. Why should APC people elect Honourable Kemoh Sesay as a flag bearer? That should be the question.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Having said so, I just told you my background. You hear me? You don't know now, but I know now, say, I get the experience. You know now. Say, 10 years na Salon Parliament, 7 years African Parliament, 10 years Cabinet Minister. That's I don't get the political experience. Now, plus, I have a base in the districts of Putloko district, and I'm not a stranger in any district alone. I don't say, oh, there is no district or town where they go and say, Honourable Kemoh Sesay, come on, Honourable Kemoh Sesay. Then we say that man from Putloko. You know, we have 5 people who don't know what says Honourable Kemoh Sesay. If you see person Honourable Kemoh Sesay, either it anti-APC or not Salonia. But when it's time we go to Salonia, we answer you. And then besides the base, I am also a grassroots in the strict sense of people living with people to lead them, not to lead them from the nose. My people from Putloko in the APC party know that say, I am the man who is everybody's friend. Why? I'll give you the answer. Simply because nobody that is already born better passing company, Mohammed. We all them born with the same way. Now God no more say today you Kemoh Sesay I they make you minister. There is nobody on the face of the earth where they find pleasure for be poor. Nobody know where they enjoy for be poor. Nobody know they enjoy for be without power. Nobody know, but now God they choose. Therefore, if that be the case, you owe it to Almighty Allah for respect the whole God no give the position we give you by making sure you serve them as if they would have been you. And also, the political expertise goes beyond just talking at parliament. So if you deny I'm putting a problem on anybody, with an SMP man, I can deliver. I have delivered. I have shown it. You don't go say again, what you get for do? Just say what you can do. As a member of parliament, as a minister of government, as a grassroots politician, as an MP, Mr. Kamara. I am the only and still the only member of parliament who don't create a law as a prime mission for transparency and accountability. If you don't know now, go to the House of Parliament. Time there was parliamentary committee meetings now in camera. Nobody knows here. Let me make the private motion bill or make sure say when parliament they meet, now for good look. When parliament they interview members of government, all for good look. Let me pass that bill to parliament. Besides that, go and check the Houses of Parliament and see what Kemoh did as a parliamentarian. Then number 3, I also tell you, there was a time when there was one guy who was an albatross in the government of Salon Pakaba, when they called for the Sanko. That man, they won a Salon to make him equal to vice president. I was one of the persons who moved to parliament for go tell and say enough is enough. Late Elbert Lavalley, today Minister of Labor Alpha Timbo, creator of Sierra Leone. Now who did it? Late this man of the Labor Congress, now move. Pakaba will not stop na stadium, will not agree, we'll go to my house. So I've done it in parliament and in cabinet also. I've done it. Believe you me, I am the first minister of transport in less than 1 year. I made the law of civil aviation authority for happiness salon. Let me bring traffic wording, like salon. Let me bring that lorry. Let me bring the issue of the Ecowas prison, and let me bring the law as transport minister inside under 1 year. Now, under political affairs, you must have seen what I did there. Under works, it's very interesting. When I came into the Ministry of Works, I said, interesting story, one time day, one law in a salon, you must have a bank guarantee for let be a contractor. And most of our local business will not get capacity. Why? It's interesting to know. We own banks then, no, they give salon man bank guarantee. They don't do it. Then they give foreigner or without prejudice to them, Lebanese or whatever. Salon man own a black man, they give bank guarantee. So I was in my office one day. Now they pass the president, Mr. President. If we continue like this, the local people will get contracts. Why don't we do the insurance bond, which is equivalent, get the same strength with bank guarantee? You say how? I say because if you get a proper insurance company in a salon, which is reinsured in America or Europe or England, then they give you bond. When the bond flouts, all the insurer outside, they give money, they approve it. That is why you have the likes of Chedeka today get a come to do road now. And those are locally funded roads, township roads. The National Atlantic, Aberdeen, now APC maker. I was the minister, now me launcher, no maker, Chedeka. In fact, something may happen, no make a bridge so. At England, now the contractor call me, sick on, he say, hey, brah, this year, so give me problem, what's happening? One people go right say, now APC gets Atlantic and about SE, Bunazai, not a million child. The video is there. So they don't be afraid now, so they cancel the contract because the people write time. The people was awareness time. And the person who write time, he contacts me. Sylvia Blood, you know, a right lie. He called me, say, Mr. Minister, are you sure? I say, "Bo, that's in the video." Because I'm the claim as an one. As well as the toll gates. Oh, I made toll gates. Come on, course, but tonight, the baby. Because the toll gate, they never know, say, the contract say, when they put penny day, then they make come, and then they give percentage and collect as a government. And then after 25 years, then we repair them back to I be fresh, left and give me. Not in Nigeria. So I have done my bit in any service I find myself as a minister, as an MP. Therefore, there is something to show. About people in Salon, go ask Naput Loco, go ask Nakambia, ask all sides. People that have helped. I don't say my things because why help you? Not for let you pay me, not for Allah, let you pay me. So people have educated, I've given jobs, I've sent abroad. Well, I'll never name names because I didn't do that for them to give me back a reward. I did that for Almighty Allah to reward me in the hereafter because I'm a lucky man. From a poor family of Arabic teacher, thatch house. Today I've been a minister of government, which I want to get at this world. Passport justify Allah in confidence. But I've seen it all. I've seen poverty, I've seen difficulty, I've seen sickness, I've seen influence, I've seen everything. So to be grateful now is to serve Allah by making sure the one day we know church, let me church them. That's what I want to do for APC. I want to make sure that everybody in Sierra Leone in general, APC in particular, realizes that he also have a right to enjoy what he can enjoy. That's why I want to be the flag bearer. And if I do become a flag bearer, believe you me, it will be a different ball game. It's a different ball game because I am going to win the presidency. Wallahi, I will win the presidency. because I have confidence in me. I know, first of all, I know it's not about this wire. Sorry to say, but I must be honest with you. Wallahi, next time election is the most difficult election as Salone. It will be the most difficult than 67, in fact. Why? Because this current regime, they don't kill people there. They don't jail people there. They don't start people at job. So they believe, say, if they lost power, they will kill them, then go jail them, then go sack them. So you have to salute the first from them. Sorry, that's see, that means you have to take power from them politically, in the box, whatever. You have to get the power from them. They will not let it go. I'm telling you, my brother, because they know what they have done. So therefore, the APC party must bank on Kemoh Sesay to do the job, and it will be done. That's why I think they must consider me as a flag bearer. I'm not the perfect, the best of all, but I can tell you, if I get it, all of us will win.
Okay, thank you very much, Honourable Kemoh Sesay. I believe say you don't make a thorough case for why the party for elect you for being the flag bearer for the upcoming 2023, and most of the party people they watch this show live or subsequent again for watch them later, and I believe say they go make up their mind, but you don't make a very, very good case, very, very accomplished man. You don't do a parliament, Ecowas parliament, ministerial, very, very accomplished. And like what you said, inside that local community, people know what you've done. I mean, it's quite a lot. We not go like what you say no more. Anything supposed to do, they do them for God, and that is well understood. And again, we want tell people them thank you plenty within the chat room, Mr. Roland Karimu, Mr. Arun Pape, Mr. John Kanu, David Bankso, Mr. Augustin Ganja, Frederick Monu, Frederica, Moses Ben Kanu, Jacqueline W, Kamara, Fatima Conte, Mohamed Yande, Almami Alusa, loads and loads, and the comments in past mark. I'm not going to read all the comments them. But ladies and gentlemen, I welcome all of our comments them, and I really cherish this platform for our constant support all along this platform here. Last year, we got over 100,000 views. And now we get how many, over 300 videos now on YouTube page. So please, when I go on our YouTube page, when I will see all the interview, the most, since long begin, interview the aspiring presidential candidate and Dr. Samuel Kamara, Dr. Richard Conte, Dr. Almami Petito. Today we have Honourable Kemoh Sesay, and so on and so forth. So all the interview then our YouTube page. When I go down and now, and I will subscribe, please. Again, we appreciate you greatly. I know we will read your comments today, because the comments are plenty, and we get plenty thing for you from Honourable Kemoh Sesay. Again, Honourable Kemoh Sesay, we're really grateful for getting on the platform, and you excellent response them. I believe say that they go a long way for clarify so many things them where people be confused about, people not be know about. But again, going forward, if you're not successful in your bid to become the flag bearer of the APC party, will you give 100% support to whoever emerge as the presidential candidate for the party come the 2023 presidential election?
Simple answer. Whoever is elected credibly has my support. And I've done that before. In 2018 election, I was not a flag bearer. And first of all, let me say this to you, Mr. Kamara. The selection was in 2018, I'm guilty of that crime. Seriously. Why do I say so? I was very close to President Koroma when he chose the person. I tell him, say, Pago choose. Pago choose. You know why I tell him so? Because I was selfish and greedy. I thought because the woman too close, when I'm a man, we don't come off fire, I go say, well, Kemoh, I'm not going to make a president, but I'm going to make it on the meet. One bad. So I said, Pago choose. So when they go choose, you know, choose me, I was very, I said, this bias. But all around work so for all this, not just me. I vexed. I was so angry. I don't say, Mama, can I turn back and fix it? But guess what? When I came back, people want me to say, hey, Kemoh, this way you talk about so. Now all the Panamo, I even tell the past issues. So the part don't choose, what's your problem? Now I pack Mondo, I go Poloko. Wallahi, go and find out last election what I did there for that past elections. I campaigned here, I go Cambia. I spent my own money, my own resources, my own time, everything, going to bushes, ask them. Ask former Vice President Victor Fon. I mean, wanted a workout. It left me in a bush, no able. I campaigned because my conscience was clear. Say, now I'll cause the problem. Why you go tell him I go choose? Why no votes? But I did so because I thought, because my friend were close, were common, he go say, okay, Kemoh, I don't make you president too, but come here on the meet. So when they me, so I vexed. I'm not glad you. But I think I said, you're not part of this crime, so therefore go clean up. That's why I went to campaign. Unfortunately, no win. So I will support whosoever is elected this time. If I support the one that was selected, what about that was elected now? If I was supporting the one that was selected, what about the one that's going to be elected? I will support him or her 100% and make sure we form a team.
Okay, thank you very much once more again, Honourable Kemoh Sesay, because I've done a very, very honest answer. The Honourable Kemoh Sesay Giso, instead of accusing himself say yes, instead of contribute to what's be happening, I make it be felt very, very hard for make sure say it supports whoever the candidate was. And thank you very much for your honesty, because many people be tend for and blame the former president, but this is like a collective action where people give to the former president for they take the action. And again, when you get plenty of people, you're not gonna know that person will choose. And I believe say out of all the consultation the president be do, people will talk to, maybe now make it come to that conclusion, they choose that person. And it was really unfortunate where some people will not be told they support 100% because when they pass something, it's not nobody. If not 10 days or 20, one person for emerge as a leader. So one way or the other, it could be you, it could be the next person. So we always get for prepare ourselves. And again, that and I will tell you thank you at this platform for your honest answers. I mean, Honourable Kemoh Sesay you like the platform because many people they see the honesty when they come up from me, and that is very, very important. Again, on man go one power, on man one way till call bet. Honesty na ain't got leg. And as a Muslim, I believe say that will serve you very, very well. Again, now we'll move to the next segment of this interview, Honourable Kemoh Sesay. As a potential flag bearer of the APC party, what confidence you will give to the people in the salon? Which confidence you will give to the people in the salon? Say if the people in the salon give the APC party, would I ever then choose for becoming a presidential candidate and give them the opportunity by electing them, for vote for them for the 2023 election, that the APC party and that person they go able to deliver for the people of Sierra Leone?
No, Mr. Kamara, again, the APC have done it before. It is a question of say, we're not doing it again. The APC have delivered to my own lifetime. And they go far. Even with President Koroma, APC deliver. Call it what you may, we have delivered. There are things to show. There was a time in this country, it was called the darkest city in the world. President Koroma light time as promised in 100 days. Now, infrastructure, I am a testimony to that, living testimony to that. About roads, water, energy, these are the basic things. Even the lifestyles of Sierra Leoneans was different. Believe you me, now, the man said it to therefore. Now, something all man don't see. Just to tell you that, if we come back to power, we now have seen a lot of things. We are going to do more and more and more. But be rest assured, you don't even go call Marima for can't tell you say and deliver. It's a done deal. You have seen it through and through ab initio from when they begin Salon country. Now APC deliver. We are not making promises, fake promises, or intentions. We deliver. That is the character of APC. We have the integrity of saying something and doing it. So not of can tell people and say what you go tell them. They know that already. In fact, they are earning for us. Let's all must be serious and come together.
Okay, thank you very much. And again, I make ask back that question because the way the Honourable Kemoh Sesay says so the proofs are out there. And the last government of former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, I think it's over 2,000 kilometers of road network throughout the one whole country. And that na something not one day up in a saloon. A massive landmark. And Honourable Kemoh Sesay was a minister of works by then, and he himself played a critical role for that particular development. But now I'll turn to the next segment, ladies and gentlemen, of this particular interview. And that next segment is about the economy. The latest revelation by Mr. Chengnoba of the Africanist Press that exposed massive corruption now the office of the First Lady and also the Chief Minister. So where does this leave the fight against corruption? And what should the parliamentarians them and also the office, the Corruption Commission for do now for restore any confidence in the fight against corruption?
Mr. Kamara, you see, Salon is unfortunate. This regime will come, take an this way, first of all, they don't know what to do. Number one. Number two, they have no intention to do good things. Number two, why do I say so? Simple. When they came into governance, they said they get GTT, Government Transition Team. Mr. Kamara, transition means come out from this one to this one. Not so, if that's the case, if you want transition from Mr. SMP, come sit down with the APC minister, talk with them, let it tell you what he been get, how you use them, what he left. Simple, simplicity, put very simple. These guys came, they began after people. Me and Minister of Honourable go again. Because like they're going to arrest you. But I remember in 2007, when President Kemoh became president, I was already appointed Minister of Transport, and I went to Parliament, I passed through, and I came to the State House, I was not sworn in. As you know, outside, I went to President Kemoh cabinet meeting with the Minister of Transport, that time of SNDP, because transition had been completed. But these guys ran after us from our offices, ran out of our offices. So I go no child to get, I go no child left. You came now already with premonition mind say, there were an IMP native man them. So don't run after them. So Ola. For can't tell me say, but Kemoh in a Minister of Works. How much road you don't make, how much money they give for me road. They don't do ammo. They say you don't chief $300 million. That's what they tell me first. So if I get $300 million, I was in a saloon, they don't know what's a dollar. These guys came with bad intention. They don't know how to do it. They have no intention. Because they pay intention for doing it. But don't ask people what you left. So therefore, they I don't call themselves bad. They came in losing. They came in losing already. Because the number one conscience we, they looked at you as IMPs, criminals. But if you know I'm a criminal, give me a fair trial. Ask me for that tell you which I don't thief. Or let's see what I don't thief. It don't do harm. They hit the ground failing. We're going to say hit the ground running, then hit the ground failing because they start from the wrong steps. Now, having said so, to the Anti-Corruption Commission, Mr. Mohammed, you cannot corruptly fight corruption. You cannot. If you corruptly fight corruption, you are corrupt yourself and you cannot do anything anti-corrupt. Why do I say so? First of all, let us assume that for the sake of argument, these people are corrupt. So you say, that you said Commission of Inquiry. Fine. We all want them. Investigate us. Definitely. But the Constitution says, Constitution 149, 150 say, allow me a fair trial. But you cannot monarch, you native man. How can you investigate me now? I'm guilty before investigated. And I tell you something. These guys have no interest to corruption. I don't talk about Office of First Lady or just, I don't talk about them. It's neither here nor there because I did not expect anything good. I know they were going to fail. They came in failing. But I'm going to talk about how they failed. It's because, let's talk about the Commission of Inquiry. Everybody what says in our Commission of Inquiry is insincere. We need it to find out how to inquire into what you do in your office. But then, don't corruptly investigate corruption. You will not find results. Section 50, 150 don't tell you, say, use the rules of court rules for make rules for you. Is it an maker? Why you don't make it? Because I make loophole for everyone. Make the rules. Let people get rules them for go by and investigate the ministers, their own affiliative mandate. Because you corruptly do one, I go get corruption. For example, look at the reports. They are so much fallacious. They have no base to stand. I can tell you, I don't have to be a lawyer to know that. And I'll be specific here. I was not here at the investigation. I did not come on, there were lawyers. They represented me. Fine and good. Now, you wrote a report. When I launched the book report, I'm not call Kemoh Sesay. No, I'm not call and they say you commit crime. First of all, what's a criminal crime? You have to have a graft in a ministry. You get for no say, when they put on a Ministry of Works, they may get 20 million for make road, eat them. They go investigate. But you can't investigate, you don't find out nothing. There's no graft in none of the ministerial work. There was none in transport, there was none in political affairs, there is none in the box. I can tell anybody. All they hold me for, they say, okay, Kemoh Sesay, we go make like pay $130,000 because you sell land, want to get. What's that what I said? This land here, so Mr. Kamara, is a land at hill station where government broke me 3-story building at hill station, where government give me list. Then broke them because they want to build Lincoln University. And the law allowed that. Section 21 allow government for take property demolition as long as they compensate you for development. Agree. Now they don't give me the other land now. I don't want that because I want to sell them. They say before refund the money, They all buy for refund the money. They all buy for go take back completely stolen. Does it make sense to you? Absolutely. Does it make sense to anybody? That's rubbish. Number two, they say me they possess me host. I didn't know when I trace me when I go to that. What happened? They called for documents. Miguel people they do law at Nottingham University, who are trying to specialize now in international law. Now you go apply for list of land, then get a list of land. Now you go pay for building permits, then get a building permits. Now you go pay for freehold, then get a freehold. Now you go pay for conveyance, then get a conveyance. So that can conveyance, Minister of Justice. Now in name they true and true, but I say, well, although Ernest Kemoh Sesay get this host, you can get and blah blah blah, but we go sit down for an experience. Come on. How absurd is that? The law of the land say for property ownership, you get conveyance for host, title for motoka. I don't call them lifeguard for motoka. So if lifeguard day, title day, I mean conveyance day, building permits day, tax day, list day to somebody in name. Why not going to come so they come up for some family for some hours day? These people are absurd. That's what I'm talking about. Now they talk about Kemoh Sesay. I don't know what that person because I get the reason for talk about it. All I'm trying to say to you is that all they did is corrupt practice. Why you not invite documentary evidence? You should not answer. Now people have appealed for how long? You have not even called their cases. You get people now say this are the can ban. How can you do like that? Except if you don't know what you are doing and you have no intention to correct. That's why you do that. Otherwise, I can call you that you are out of phase. So corruption, believe me, APC will come back. Me, I don't see corruption in the federal APC. What President Koroma can is strengthen the Corruption Act, Anti-Corruption Act. They get the powers for arrest, charge, and make whatever. And me don't see Namiyai APC operatives being charged to court by Anti-Corruption Commission. Convict them, sign them, then pay. That's what you should do. Clean yourself first. But you come here. You say this is not the Olam, you own person the under you the thief. Come on now. What's that? These people, for me, like I said to you, ab initio. They don't know how to do it and they don't intend to do it. All they intend to do is, you know, like a bush. What the animal in a bush? What the lion don't go kill a prey. You don't eat them if you don't go. He left the carcass. Then the vulture come, then I run them come, the hyena come. You say, woo. They all run away. They eat all the carcass. That's what they do. It's nonsensical, my brother. So corruption, APC for come back and take them from Musa and left hand, make sure say nobody is above the law. When they are corrupt, you'll be charged, investigated genuinely, and then you pay the penalty of being corrupt. That's what we have to do. So me not going to find pleasure for talk about. I don't really expect much. So what would I talk about? I'm not saying get for happy, so I'm not saying I say get for happy because when they come, the way they come, able come on, bro. I know that look be able now go Lambo, you get 5 motoka. Come on. If somebody get 5 motoka, go for that day, you get 10 million, you go be woman for it. You can't be go buy motoka, you laugh for that. These are the issues. These are natural issues, not to rocket science. So you get 5 hours, una Caesar. You will get your money and pay money. Before you go build 5 hours, you go pay to a woman, you go buy rum. What do you expect? That is just jealousy and ineptness. Thank you very much.
Okay, then thank you very much. And one thing what you say for that last question, it was very, very real and salient, and many people will appreciate and greatly. You cannot fight corruption with corruption. What are the purpose of the cause then? Because corruption, you have to be honest, transparent, and fair to everybody. And I mean, I think the jury is out to that. People when they watch this program and subsequently get from watch them later, and then say go be the judge. And going forward again, as we almost approach towards the final segment of this particular interview now, where economies they're in shambles. Sierra Leone is a country where they suffer. People they say the country all things work no day. We get massive hyperinflation. If you are fortunate enough to become the flag bearer of the APC party and subsequently go for the presidential election and you win them, what you go do for rescue this economy for Musa Ideso elected?
Thank you, Mr. Kamara. First of all, the economy correctly is in shambles. You know, as they say ground dry, na the worst. First, they go say time tough. They say titranga. When they say ground dry now, not what they mean. They mean say there is nothing that will make you leave the other day. No hope for tomorrow. You know, the liberator are available. But again, let's take you back to what I tell you about corruption. I tell them I don't know what they do. They don't understand the issues. When they say ground dry, what do they do? They say they bring bread. They fish in bread and butter. What they say bread and butter? They fish actually for buy tapalapa, cut and put butter. Then the meal say bring bread and butter. And then they say they can't do bakery. That tells you how much you don't understand the issues. It's not about bakery, tapalapa and butter. It's about your daily bread, your daily living, your food on the table. And they call daily bread. Then they can say for bring cookery, bakery, then make boku bread, then sheba. That tells you how much you don't understand the issues. Now the issue here is that the economy is bad. How do you fix it? First of all, you must bring integrity and security in business in the country. Level man will say, if I bring money can a salon, it goes safe. Nobody will say, hey, how much you get in a pocket first? No. And it can be done. Then a security of investors and create an environment wherein there is healthy competition. You know that you sell based on the quality of products you make. Now you're going to make it sell more, not based on the support you sabi or based on the amount of energy money we pay. Create an environment for business people to come and compete. First of all, forget about these resources, natural resources. Create a let people and come invest their money, private public partnership, then create them, not a government for employment. Then go employ people there. Because then go come the business now, and once the environment is healthy, you know, say, no minister of capital and tell and say, if you not give me 50%, I get this so, then we'll invest. Having said so, when the environment is healthy, create local business people, like ABC was doing during my time as a Minister of Works. We created local people then. We didn't care what your tribe is or what party you support. As far as you are Sierra Leonean, will help you grow. Now, people will say, we'll give a lot of money, it's eater. Now you want to eater. Make a secured loan to salon people to develop. How do you do it? When they give you 20 million loan for do business, the bank will they give the money, not they give an earn. If they monitor what they go do, if you take 20 million for go build your bois or build final market, and see you go buy a bicycle, they will call them back on the hand force because you're not going to do what they give for. That's what happens abroad. When they give you loan, they follow you to where the user. So create local business people, give them the competitive ability by giving them secured and structured loans. Now, if me and you come and I just go to a commercial bank, Mr. Mohamed Kamara, talking to you, we'll go ask for money. We'll take months and more, even if you get property, then you give us. But guess what? Let all skin person go, they say Lebanese or Indian. That's the problem we have. What is sabi, we not sabi. But it's because we have done corrupt ourselves because of selfish and greed. We give that money because we know say, he not say born. If they kick back, then if he lost self, he come go to India or go to Lebanon. Without prejudice to them, nobody know. Why don't you brother is secure and monitor? When you create these people into business and then the company flourish, then they apply for government to government employee. You just supervise, they pay you tax, get money. And then also for me, what I'll do is make sure that we provide our own daily bread by making sure we produce local and staple food in a salon. Very important. If look at Orombedia, what I would do with that? So create a healthy environment, create a bunch of competition, healthy competitions, not to favoritism. For say, hey, you know, like you money will bring small selves and again. Don't do that. Time will come, you know, go ask for the getter because everything will become available. Look what's happening in Conakry. Because of the difficulties in the airport today, I mean the post authority today, people are bringing their containers in Guinea, bringing truck, then they load and bring and kind of freight. So now we lost because when you bring one container 20 foot now, you can pay 100 million. What did they say? No, it's 50 million. How you go big business? So what did they do? Instead of coming to how do you call them? Wataki, you go to Guinea, Freeport. You go for one Guinea man, Boka help me, Bo. You clear and accommodate, take one truck, you load all the and come back by persona, Balamuya. You go bribe them. They pass. I can't sell things there, make money, not give the benefits. Because we have not created a healthy environment wherein people compete and then they will profit as a government from the quantity of food they come. So if they bring 50 containers, if they get more, even 1 million, they get 50 million. But if they bring a charge 20 million, they bring 2 containers, 20, the first way they get. Because when they come, when we see 1 million, they bring carry, they are busy all the time. The ports are busy all the time. All money make money, the government they make money. Because you know, say now that they pay. But if that's 20 million, now that's they come. So now 2 million government they get. As opposed to 50 million, when 50 million they come. So it's about creating the environment, supporting the private-public partnership. Government to businessman. That's why they begin to approach the economy. Now, The last term, you talk about inflation. How do we get inflation? It's absurd. If the country they flow out money, they hoard the money, they create a budget for the black market as well. And therefore, the money goes short circulation, therefore it will become inflation. Not a magic. You don't have to go to, if you look at my tweet of December 28th, if you look at my tweet, you go see what I talk about the governor. I tell and say, you know, the 28th of December, what that money, I tweet, they say, you don't have to go from 5 economy for no city buyer, so the reduction of duty, ineptness. You know? So therefore, this man, he knows the Finalizing. You know, say, no, how you go hold the money, then if you say money for day. So that's what I'm saying to him, Mr. Kamara. To change the economy, allow the private business to do business. Create the environment for them to compete, healthy competition. Don't interfere.
Very much, Honourable Kemoh Sesay, because waiting do you highlight one example? We are facing a very, very good example. That port will get the Salon port and Avion port, because the custom and duties are so expensive. People they ship go to Guinea, London and truck and Kana Salon. And again, Salon ain't go lost because when ship they come, when they get but when I say a quick penny is better than a slow shilling.
Well,
so definitely this and many Sierra Leoneans, more of Sierra Leoneans in diaspora, they wonder why make we own ports, we own custom duty so expensive when they even compare to neighboring countries. Look at how business they flourish in Guinea. I mean, I hope and pray that things will change, but that's one of the big handicap. And business they flourish, they make the economy like any country flourish. And we see during the previous administration of former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, how things will flourish in that country. And I make it say APC they deliver because many people they talk. Now people not be know on my talk, what to be a C and what to be completely different. But again, that's a very, very salient response to tell you thank you for that as well. And again, one of the other key things we want church by again, as a key member, you have a minister in the previous administration of former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma. When they rate Sierra Leone as one of the most peaceful countries in Africa. But nowadays, all of you are Sonko, beat people they under, arrest people they under, this, that. People they ask, what did they go on in our country? Why is all of these things happening? What you say?
What I say is, in the regime of President Ernest Bai Koroma, we had nothing to hide. We knew that Sierra Leone belonged to all of us. That is why that 10 day, you can talk what you want to talk, what you want to do, not care about yourself, as long as you're busy. We consider for produce, we want to develop the country. So we don't get time for beginning to think, wait for post, where they go cost your mama, or they go make so, they go oppose you, they go strike. We don't get time for you. We get time for proving wrong, and we did that. But then, the attention we started put time for develop the country, left I go begin look at petty things. For going to people, kill people, and feed people, and afraid. We will not be afraid of them. They can kill all of us one day, but they cannot kill everybody at some point. You see, the more they kill us, some people they go me again to kill themselves. Let them kill no more and go see. You don't have to kill us to make a point. What you do is do the right thing for like shame we. If you not even make 40 kilometers road, you can make 80 kilometers road. Let me say, buff. What people can beat me? Why they beat you for? If you bring a 24-hour light, you bring 48-hour light. Let's say you make a pass me. But because they don't get something for do, that's why they find themselves busy intimidating people, jailing people, driving people. Because they don't have anything to show for that. They are here. So for me, there's going to be some because they haven't, they idle. Why they go meet ordinary journalists go talk something na key. You go take a put on a cell phone. Huh? Why do that? What do you going to do development? Why is we are blind in say native? No more. Let's say it, but you say and say native, do more. Let prove and wrong. That's what they call governance. Do something for tell the person say, me sabi do I able do. So if you say you go there, they will see the results. Now we say APC bad. But how much hours take from today for Guna? From here for Guna? How many hours? How many hours taking for Guna Kailau? How many hours? So when I'm talking about APC, there is now evidential report for telling you say you are lying. But what they're not able to do nothing, and they're not plan for nothing. I make them fashion for nothing for people. Sometimes kill person, but it's a move. And if that's the way it take for begin go to formulate crimes, formulate investigation, old people, then if you take them for think about, first of all, call us, talk to us. Mr. Minister, maybe I work Friday, I manage, say you get to the road, where you be say, whether they call it, they give money back, say they prepare the day. That's what they call governance. Ask the possible military tell you, I need to survive. The way you do pass them, they don't beat them. You hear me? But if it's what you say, and they can't beat them because you do pass me, you don't go succeed. That is what's happening. So there will be some because they don't get work for you. If you go fetch $100,000 generator, Kali, give me the hydro. Una poloko tradio President Koroma de, make I don't poloko. If you haven't go to the machine commodity, still sometimes life take up. Worry what are they? So I don't care what you think, say or do. The past say they bring light don't come. We don't work. So it's not a question of we not even get time for another person. Now make we be busy to work. So some go done my brother because they hide. They have nothing to do. Therefore, they find something to do by running after people say, hey, you don't catch TV, I know. Kali, go do your job.
Okay, thank you once more again, Honourable Kemoh Sesay. And it shows because during your administration, like we are saying, that's the most peaceful country in Africa. And that is very good because it creates a convenient climate where potential investors, they go, one can potential investors, not like for going to country get soko. Then let country get peace and security where all man in right is respected. And again, the devils, the way they call the South, I believe say the people then go judge on that issue. That's some very, very critical issues. Again, Honourable Kemoh Sesay, one time you thank you plenty for we don't take your time and we don't get a very, very good discussion here also today. But as we are fit for wrap up now, many people that they ask that the chat room say, what's in the APC party? Because people really they look to the APC party as a government in waiting for 2023. You as a key stakeholder at the party, what you gonna go do for make sure say una bring all man together? Una the key stakeholders all come together. Una make sure say a process of transparency, free and fair election for elects una go be the flag bearer and subsequently get all the support where you need so that the way you say that election, in order for be an easy election 2023, it can be a very, very challenging election. And we know say Africa for pull somebody when at one time, it's never been easy. So you need all the support you could get. So what you now go able to do, and what are your suggestion today, where before say maybe put you compatriots say when they watch this program, go say yes, this idea, where now this idea Honourable Kemoh Sesay don't put forward, maybe Lord will look at my Lord will see what you able to do.
Now, first of all, I don't care what you think, say or do. Now one person will be president. Only one person. Now one person will be flag bearer in APC party. Having said so, if anybody get faith in Allah, it goes to God they choose. Therefore, get a competition healthy. What we should do as a party is to close our ranks, come together, believe that if God no mark you, they be. Now, let me tell you something, Mohammed. Who does not know that Madabi was a murderer? Who does not know that was a thief? Who does not know that he was a coupist? But God one time, listen, I'm head of state, so I never call him president. I have my reasons. He is head of state today because God wants to be head of state. But we know, say, they make coup 1992, Strasser, then pull Momo, correct? Then he make coup, he pull Strasser, correct?
Yeah.
Then where he say he thief money, correct? They will not say he kill people, correct? But God wants to be head of state, he's head of state. Therefore, the lesson to we, for say, fed, but not fed say, pauper, do or die. If God mark you, it will be. Now listen, there are people who don't say upon the Quran, who say upon the Bible. To come in a bush, just the Bible, animals, then call upon a American king, and God. So once we get our brain, let us go for a healthy, credible competition. We are not enemies, we will not be enemies. We are in the same country, we are in the same party. Let us fight like friends. Lord provoke yourself, say, who get one group, we laugh and say, what is the provoke yourself? Lord provoke, say, hey, but that's what they call healthy competition. Because why? We need a presidency, we need a teamwork, we need all man. Whoever becomes president is not incomplete. So if you don't fight and say, you don't kill him, mama, I don't do this now, I go for you. Anyone going to do. So we must learn that first of all. Now for convince yourself, first of all, one by one, say this year I need to do or die. And also if I become president, I need chemo, I need this, I need that, I need that, and this. So therefore, don't not fight fiercely for kill yourself. Don't go ahead till we then vote, would I win, we support him. Why? But if any attempt for bring reggae business, dovetailing business, it will bring bad blood. And then it will be a problem. So therefore, my advice to me and all is that if God mark for you, wallahi, nobody can stop it. If God mark for you, I don't care what you do, you don't get him. So therefore, work hard, but bear in mind that what is the bigger picture is we now all get to work together back. Because man get expertise. There are people in the party who are fighting for the president today. Their expertise now for talk boku. The other one now economics. The other one now mathematics. The other one now agriculture. For the one consider that the agriculture can become president, you need the agriculturists, you need the scientists, you need all man who now come together and become a presidency. That's what we need in the country.
Okay, thank you very much, Honourable Kemoh Sesay. And again, I really welcome your honest response to them particular critical questions. Ladies and gentlemen at the chat room, I want to say tomorrow, the CEO and founder and one of the key technicians now, when Mr. Prince Emile Koroma will get Emmanuel Ali na SAPP operative. So now tune in for that program day tomorrow. Mr. Prince Koroma will get Emmanuel Ali. And the next following Saturday, we will get another APC aspirant flag bearer as well. Then we'll watch for that breaking news day tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll confirm who that we will get for the next following Saturday. Now this particular same hot seat where Honourable Kemoh Sesay. Now also don't interview quite a few now from Dr. Samoa Kamara. We don't interview Dr. Richard Conte, Dr. Amami Petito Koroma, and today now Honourable Alhaji Kemoh Sesay in turn. And we really appreciate them greatly. I mean, the response has been remarkable. People, they appreciate you greatly, Honourable Kemoh Sesay. But for round up all this now, we want to give you the opportunity in this particular platform here. So, what like your message to the APC grassroots, the APC, the women's them, the diasporas, and so many other organs them of the party. We don't see that one for defend the party despite all the challenges them when they face, and when they see how they treat them, how they humiliate them, but yet still and put the party. What's your message to them today?
Now, to the women of the APC party, what a man does, a woman can do. Not to BN. Work side by side with the mandate. And also, forget for things to say with the support man. Let us support yourself. To the women. That's all I have to tell them. Come on, Ado, and be a man. Almighty Allah say mankind. You know, say womankind, a male mankind. It's a mankind. We are all mankind. Come up there and compete with the men, because I've seen women do what men cannot even do. So the youths of the APC party don't allow to be used. You are the future of the party. Make yourself relevant. Make yourself productive. Contribute to the APC development in the bigger picture of the country. So the diasporans, first of all, I was a diaspora myself. I was in America, not in England, Canada. Now, I understand the subject we're trying to allude to is about the Tusim. Let me tell you this, Mohammed. Let all diasporans and know say, Section 76(1) of the Constitution, 9 talks say, enough for be to sin. But guess what? It is not, and it's also the same criteria who qualify to be minister. It's also a minister, you never get to sin. But let me tell you something that's interesting here. I will shock you with this. There are government ministers or people who have to sin now. They are committing crimes. They're not supposed to do that. But let me tell you how to solve that thing. In the terms of MP, it's not entrenched. Not to entrench law for the party to make referendum. The 76 were precluded for becoming member of parliament. It's not entrenched. So if they were against sense, then go pull her now from parliament so that their own minister will be exonerated, will get to sin. Because they are entrenched under 56. But the 76 for the MP, they're entrenched. So pull her for MP, automatically, the law in 56 say, for it to become minister, he must be qualified to be a member of parliament. So if member of parliament don't forget to sim, they also don't qualify. So they pull to sim now, MP qualify, minister qualify, even though it's entrenched. You don't know, of course, it gets. But they're not stable, like I tell you, they know what they do. Now, nobody can change that except parliament. Now, I don't know what parliament is going to do, but I believe that it's also in their interest to do it. Why do I say so? Believe you me, like I said, ab initio, we need competition. Why do you harness your investment in Sierra Leone? Why do you harness your remittance in Sierra Leone? Therefore, come and compete in the country. We have serious doctors. Me for politics no myself. I know my friends who are doctors there. So they're lawyers there. So now me picking a lawyer. So now engineers there. Let them come and compete. Forget about this to sim. You know not afraid to sim, now not able to compete. What I feel to say, hey, well, American is no, American so it's a bit talk that TV, you know, get job. Not to sim. But me, I have confidence in myself. I don't care. Let them come and let's compete. Let's do that. So you said grassroots, right? Okay, to the grassroots. For me, these are the people who suffer for the party, and they go sit down from 5 o'clock in the morning till they're voting with them. Don't vote because of influence. Vote because of conviction. What do I mean? Not vote because Kemoh can give you 2,000 for go vote for them. Vote because you know say if you become member of parliament, minister or president, you dey survive. You can go survive through creating opportunities for education, food, nutrition, everything. But people then get for this, don't worry, I get grassroots them. You get a one background, they're good for you. Let them be educated. And guess what? Now the world is palm. With a click of a button, you will know what obtains everywhere in Sierra Leone. That's message for the grassroots. Those are the categories, yes? He said women,
yes,
diaspora, grassroots, okay, and youth.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Honourable Kemoh Sesay. And again, I mean, we appreciate you greatly. The interview has been remarkable because you don't talk about things and today where plenty of people in social media always confused, get all kind of persuasion, all kind of different thing about. And today you don't come, you don't take time off your busy schedule, and you don't patiently, you don't iron out, you don't explain them thoroughly. I believe say plenty Sierra Leoneans we're going to watch this particular interview. Subsequently, they will say, well, at least we don't understand, we don't get another take from Honourable Kemoh Sesay himself. Because to be now that you say people they say this. Now we don't get that from you. So we appreciate you greatly, Honourable Kemoh Sesay. And ladies and gentlemen at the chat room, want to as well, thank you plenty. Although the number so high, we tell thank you plenty. And unfortunately, I'm able to read when I comment today because the comments are plenty. If I say read them, we're not going to get a chance for it from Honourable Kemoh Sesay. But again, we appreciate you greatly. We're go now YouTube page and subscribe. Like what tomorrow I'll get Mr. Emmanuel Ali of the SAPP now. So please tune in again around the same time. When 9 p.m. that program will start and 4 p.m. Eastern. So please tune in for that program. And Saturday, watch out for the next flyer because we're going to forget somebody else. We're going to take the hot seat by the APC potential aspirants then. So ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, they say all good things must come to an end. And people like you say, I like net long tete, don't go most clean. We don't come to the end of this particular interview. We want to all thank you for our contribution. We don't make the program successful because of our contribution and our opinions. We appreciate this platform. And also, want to say a special thanks to Honourable Kemoh Sesay. We don't come to say one thing where I pick up on. He's very honest. You know, sometimes a politician and they sometimes, they talk that politics. But this man is very honest. And one of the key honest answers where he talk about how they select the last flag bearer, how Sesay contributes. And I believe say people go hold to a high esteem for that particular honest answer. Despite investments for that particular election day, Sesay gap up and point out one of the faults there. So I mean, people appreciate him greatly. And again, to all other people looking for watch this program subsequently. Una share and back lot plenty Sierra Leoneans will watch them because this interview has been an eye-opener. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, again, we'll go for stop now. I know say yes, the people are still plenty, the comment is still plenty, but we'll go for stop now. So, Honourable Kemoh Sesay, thank you very much and God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. Before I go, if you ask questions about the reports of the investigator of cooking, these are documents. It's a public document. It gets all the work about the cooking case from beginning to end. Go and research there. Is go to a bookshop or go to the law officers, they will sell and you make a notarizer for you. It's here. But tell you say, there is nothing that has to do with Kemoh Sesay being involved in the cooking case. Once more, thank you very much and thank you for having me. I hope I've been very useful to your interview.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And again, family, anybody want to confirm and back the evidence did it. So there's nothing to hide here. I mean, no arguments, no good. The evidence says did it, the former minister, they show us so. So again, I want to thank you very much. And let God bless you all.
Thank you for having me.
Not the end of it. Not the end of this. Not the end of the program. Thank you, sir. And the people
in the
background as well. I forget for recognizing. I want to thank you because you are patient with Mo Sesay, Ibrahim Sesay, and others. Abubakar Kamara, you are patient. You are there at the background. You are a contribution is highly welcome. Thank you very much. God bless you now.
Thank you very much.